The valedictorian for this ceremony is Mr. Kevin Lowe, who graduated with a Bachelor of Arts with honors in psychology from Yale NUS College. A member of the pioneering cohort at Yale NUS College, Kevin won the Best Capstone Poster in Chandana, his residential college, for his final year capstone project about cognitive psychology research on the workings of the mind. Kevin spent a semester abroad at Columbia University in 2016 and participated in the Yale Summer Session in Tokyo, Japan in 2014. Outside the classroom, Kevin has pursued his passion for comedy and performance. He served as the Master of Ceremony for many Yale NUS College events and founded the Yale NUS Improv, a student organization specializing in improvisational theater that entertained many. He also founded the college's satirical online newspaper, The Mock Tent, which saw the publication of 100 tongue-in-cheek articles about college life over 2 semesters. Kevin will now deliver his speech.
Good afternoon, NUS Chancellor, President Tony Tan Keng Yam, and Mrs. Mary Tan. Minister for Education, Higher Education and Skills, Mr. Ong Yi Keng. Excellencies, NUS Pro-Chancellors, NUS Chairman, Mr. Xia Fu Hua, NUS President, Professor Tan Chua Chuan, distinguished guests, graduates, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to say that I'm honored to be standing here today on behalf of, delivering my speech on behalf of all the happy graduates. But to be honest, the emotion that is overwhelming me right now is pure, unadulterated terror. Rule number 1 about public speaking is to connect with your audience. But each cohort is so different from the last, and each one of us has had such different collegiate experiences that I had a difficult time thinking of something that would unite us in the spirit of camaraderie for the next few minutes. What's worse, I studied psychology, which is probably quite different from what most of you are graduating with today. So I was at a loss. What witty and amusing anecdote am I going to tell to win the hearts of all these business analytics graduates? I am 95% confident that no story about statistics has ever captivated an audience. And the one joke I know about p-values is probably not significant. So as I sat at my computer at 1 month ago at 3 a.m., staring at the blank Word document, frantically trying to figure out what to write. Sorry, that must have brought back some dark memories. I came to the realization that, maybe we're not so different after all. If I understand this correctly, we're all graduating today from new or relatively new programs. There weren't generations and generations of students who were here before us, trampling down a well-worn path to success. No, we were the brave vanguard, the working prototype, the sailors in uncharted waters, the intrepid explorers hacking through thick jungles of uncertainty, perhaps even the experimental metaphor in a paragraph of cliches. And we've done so many amazing things in our brief stint during our brief stint as university students. We formed student organizations from scratch, discoursed on Plato and politics, and harnessed complex data to tell a simple story. We've conquered countless final papers and completed capstones or honors projects, assembled more research than the Wikipedia article, and survived studying sessions that ran so long that late nights became early mornings. We've had the privilege of interacting with some of the greatest educators in the world and formed friendships that ran so long that they became our second families. It is traditional at this point that I talk about the real world, about transferable skills and practical applications. You are anticipating perhaps a statement about the value of tertiary education in the fast-paced and ever-changing landscape of the modern workforce. And while that is true and important, I'd like to draw your attention to those often overlooked moments, those in-between moments, the intervening layers of kaya in this toast that we call university, which fills in all the cracks and holds the whole sandwich together. I'm talking about those human moments, which are equally true and valuable, and arguably more important. We've all had those human moments. We've all dragged ourselves out of bed every morning and struggled with the seductive siren of sleep because it would be impolite to doze off at that important meeting. We've all butted heads with people in the possession of differing viewpoints, and we've all had to dance the back and forth waltz of compromise. We've all hit dead ends, got lost without a map, and, well, sat staring at a blank page at 3 a.m. trying to figure out what to write. We failed, and we failed often, because sometimes, even though you do your best just isn't good enough. But that's okay. We're not perfect. We're only human. When you pick yourself up and decide to keep going, when you pick apart the pieces of your failure and analyze them so that you knew how to do it better next time, and you pick the choices to make sure that there would be a next time, then you have made your world more perfect. It is these lessons that make us who we are and are as valuable as those lessons of lecture hall and seminar room that we paid for. So if you think about it, we really got a 2-for-1 deal here. 5 minutes ago, I was worried that I had nothing to say to you. But here we are now, at the other end of my speech. To the graduating class of 2017, congratulations on making it to the other end of college. And I hope you remember, in your heart of hearts, that you are only human. But before I end, it would be very remiss of me if I did not say something specifically to the Yale NUS College class of 2017, or at least those of you who are here today. To this family that I had chosen, I wrote this speech with all of you in mind. So I have nothing more to add, but one final quote from my favorite British satirist and author, Sir Terry Pratchett. No more words. We know them all the words that should not be said. But you have made my world more perfect. Thank you very much.
Dear graduates, as we come to the end of today's ceremony, we would like to extend our heartiest congratulations to you on your commencement.